What's going on, Reject Nation? We're back at it again. We are going to watch The Boys Season 2, Episode 5. Very excited to check this one out today. Make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell so you can get notified whenever we have a new reaction for The Boys up. Side note, YouTube only allows for about 10 minutes worth of footage of the show to be included, if we're lucky enough for that. And if there's music in the episode, usually have to keep that exceptionally low to at least get this visible on YouTube. With that in mind, this is going to be reaction highlights. Full-length reaction watch-alongs where you sync up with the time code will be available over at our Patreon page. Thank you to everyone who's joined our Patreon so far, especially for those who wanted to watch along with us for The Boys specifically. Over there we cover a lot of shows where we have at the same tier reaction highlights and watch-alongs included for look at all these shows. Oh my god, I got pictures of so many of them. Supernatural, Doctor Who, just to name a couple out of a gazillion that are there. I feel like I've talked plenty enough now to the point where I have featured at least one thumbnail graphic out of all of these shows. Last but not least, I want to thank Eric over at Nerdtronic for editing these reaction highlights for us. He edits for Movie Trivia Schmodown, a whole bunch of reactors. Thank you so much, Eric, for being you. You rock my socks. I'm pretty sure this is the smoothest I've ever done this entire intro ever. Let's do this. Is this the movie?
Ruby!
Definitely.
If you hadn't broken into that DHS mainframe.
True. I am hell of a hack.
It's the same color grading of the Zack Snyder films.
So who are you, Maeve?
A lesbian.
I'm a lot like you.
Oh my god.
I'm gay.
Oh god.
I'm gay!
Hey, Marty, play that back, please.
Enjoying this?
Yeah. This new Joss rewrite really
Oh!
I'm inspired. You inspired?
Oh yeah.
Girls, get it on.
Done. Girls get it done.
Sure do, Ashley.
Private, sir. Please, it's
In private.
She corrected him. Dude, this is BBS. Oh, damn!
God.
Oh, that was real life?
That's real.
Oh shit, I thought this was part of the movie.
So what, they're all starving, but one of them's got a fucking cell phone?
Oh my god! Jason Momoa? What are you doing?
You pick the biggest, strongest guy and you fight him.
Owie! No, he wants the pain.
Yeah.
Before COVID, I did this every single time before Olivia and I fought. Before. To prep myself for the fight, apparently. Messed that joke up.
I'm not mad, you know?
Aww.
You mean?
I just want you to know that, could have said goodbye.
Oh.
Aww.
You were always like my canary, I suppose. Thank you. Goodbye, Huey.
Called me his canary?
We need to find him.
Unfucking real. That's the code word.
Yo!
Hey!
What's his name? John would know his name.
Greg Grunberg?
Yeah.
But how are you gonna get through all of them?
Don't worry. Girls get it done.
Yeah!
No one move.
Oh.
Your father's quite ill. Cancer's spreading fast.
You were not fast enough. I ain't seeing him. And where's me boy?
His dog. His cat. Dog. I called it.
Aww.
Buddy.
Terror.
You little rascal, eh? Look at you.
Aww.
Aww.
Aww. Aww.
Hope nothing happens to the dog.
I'm a little worried now.
No, in
It's
this
only
show.
marine animals, guys. It's only sea life.
Yeah, you know, Kevin here has had some issues in the past.
But he has not sexually assaulted me the entire time we've been together.
Well, she's only saying that because I make her breakfast in bed, so.
Oh, so
French toast.
Oh, cringe.
Ew.
so gross. Slowly just ripped his face off.
Don't run over your dog, man. What is
that
this?
Black Noir?
It totally is. Real subtle.
Yeah. You know you have a really defined black costume. You're in broad daylight on a rooftop, right?
Ma'am, do you have any nails, ball bearings, electrical wiring, pressurized aerosol products? I need a can about this big. Really appreciate it.
I don't know anything what he's talking about.
I have one pan under the cupboard, man. Like,
Mom, this isn't a great time. I know that
She's really racist, Mom.
Mom, she likes to kill people.
Everyone is upset about Compound V. I mean, someone was so upset they leaked it to the press. Can you imagine how angry that person is? Whoever they are?
Okay, oh shit.
If it was me,
Whoever they
I'd
are.
be grateful to have a mom like Donna.
Yeah, because she's white.
Don't make me move you.
You can move him. Good luck with me.
Woo!
Dude.
I love MM so much.
MM is like the leader of the show now.
I now know the kind of man I want to be. The kind of man who calls out injustice when he sees it. Hey, dude. That's not cool.
Oh, God.
Come on, guys.
Knock it off. And they immediately stopped.
Church used to mean something.
What are you, a member?
I was. Long time ago.
It's a racist church.
Place used to be pure. And then they just started letting all kinds of people in. You know? Some people are quality and others are garbage. Oh, by the way, I heard they're retiring you? So unfair.
You have a problem?
Of course not. Why would you say that?
She's great at that delivery.
1, you leave the 7 with your dignity and your severance package intact. Or 2, you get fired for breaching your morality clause by shooting up Compound V and giving yourself a fucking heart attack in the fucking process. It's your choice.
Wow. Ashley, I used to like you.
I was sympathetic towards you, Ashley.
Now I think you get what you deserve.
I think it's time that I stay put for a while.
Is that a
It's time
stand-in?
I went home.
Maybe.
Probably.
I think it is.
It's been a good run.
Hey, dude. That was awesome.
Finally, we are going to hold hearings on Noir and Compound V.
Oh,
my God.
No.
Sometimes, well, these things just happen.
Wait, this happened before? How many times?
Well, no, hold on.
Oh.
We all have the same goals, don't we?
This is some ends justify the means shit.
You would know that freedom comes at a price.
You don't speak for us.
Ooh, dang.
Murder them all. Wipe them out.
You don't speak for us.
Don't, Homelander, oh man. He's gonna go. He's gonna go crazy.
It has to be fantasy.
This has to be a
It has
fantasy.
to be a fantasy.
They make for good dramatized stakes.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a bummer. He's losing his shit.
You should have boned yourself in the last episode, man.
Yeah.
The kid's a hero. Think of it like that.
Sage Groves, huh?
Sean Ashmore.
I was gonna say, playing a racist?
Who's Lenny? You said I look like him?
Skinny, nervous little bugger. Like you.
Hey, actually, it is you.
Little wanker named Dorian Savory breaks Lenny's nose. Oh, Billy goes to work on him. Was bringing the sea sword down on Dorian's noggin. Wham, wham. Lenny steps in. face all bleeding, and leads Billy away. Easy, quiet as a lamb.
Why is he so disturbed by this story?
Where's Lenny now?
Oh, God rest his soul.
What happened?
Outside door!
Damn.
Move!
He really has it out for Butcher.
Think you got your bullocks? Oh, come on then. Cunt.
I said all his words. every.
Oh no! I swear to God!
Cunt! Over here! Cunt! I'm the one you want. Come here!
Yeah, I've been here.
He's missing.
Holy shit! He's like not hurt at all.
Oh, then the dog's gonna come in shooting at him. Double wheeling good dog.
Oh!
No! No!
I'm not looking. I'm not looking.
You kill him, you can kiss your fucking career goodbye. One fucking finger on any of us, and those photos go out of the cloud and into Ronan Farrell's inbox.
Oh,
Boogie.
I reckon you might want to keep it that way.
How can I be sure you actually have the proof of which you speak?
Cool.
That information never sees the light of day. And I'll call off Black Noir.
Boy, Mrs. wants a word.
He just leaves.
Hey man, you alright?
Okay, bye. They don't have the pictures.
They said there'd be food.
Well, this is food for your soul.
This looks exactly like a Dianetics book.
Me? Oh my God, hi. Wait, do you want to check this out?
Oh, fuck no.
Okay.
Oh.
Then you're gonna need a woman to tell everyone that you're not a complete piece of shit.
That's why I got married.
I could be that person for you.
If you take on Homelander.
Fuck yeah. The point is, I can help.
What are you doing in my trailer?
You know, you had no right to talk to my mother about personal shit.
Good. That's good.
Don't try and broker some kind of peace between us because I don't want it.
Dude, Starlight, great lie. Or cover up for this.
That is a performance.
Oh, never mind.
Mug.
You leaked it to MSNBC. Now, what do you think Vought's gonna feel when I tell them?
How does she know all this?
Well, how do you think the world will feel when I tell them that you used to be liberal?
Oh, game's on. Game of chess. Here we go.
You're gonna be a big help to me.
What the hell does that mean?
Is it Homelander?
Come in.
Yeah, it's definitely Homelander.
Ugh.
Interrupting, am I?
No. Just between us girls, right, Starlight?
Yeah, that's right. See you around.
Mm-hmm.
Look, now she's got Homelander to back her up.
I know.
I owe you.
Well, what are you ever gonna do to repay me?
Kill a bunch of black people. Oh my God.
That is the scariest question so far.
I know. I
The
know.
entire
Like
season.
that's something she would want.
I got you something. Tara?
You fucker. You blew up my house, my little nephew.
Love you so much. Now they're gonna find me selling drugs down in the basement.
Guys, Dream On by Aerosmith is playing, but it's not playing in the video, so the video can still be visible on YouTube.
But know that we hear it.
Just a heads up. Everyone hold the phone. Oh my God, it's happening.
I knew
I
it.
told. I
knew it.
I thought I would be wrong about
Oh my.
this. Oh man.
God.
Everyone. Oh God.
Oh, BDSM.
Don't be a pussy. Laser my fucking tit.
Oh my god!
Oh god, it fucking hurts. Don't stop.
I told you I don't break easy.
He looks like he's the perfect Nazi-looking guy too.
That's probably why she loves him so much. Oh, now they're being sweet.
Oh.
Oh no! He's gonna like care about her.
Wow. So what? On superhero sex. Good for them. Oh! Just
one for oral sex.
Wowie! Well, we can't show that part of the YouTube.
Eat your part out, Watchmen.
Wow.
My God. Wow.
Now that's a cliffhanger. Yeah, this is my favorite episode of season 2 so far. This is like the brilliance of the boys. Every frame, all its commentary throughout, being meshed in with having a high stakes plot, raising the stakes on every single situation at hand. And it was my favorite that they've done with the boys themselves, because I feel like, you know, everything with the Supes has been way more interesting than anything to go on with the boys. But then other than like Butcher's situation with him and Becca, but having this storyline with them pulling Butcher out of his slump or trying to help him out, I thought was really wonderful. Olivia, what did you think?
I thought it was the best episode so far of this season, especially after it was meh last episode. I felt like it was starting to kind of get dull and wasn't really intriguing. This kept my attention. I was on the edge of my seat sometimes. I didn't expect a lot of things to happen. So yeah, it was really good.
It had good character bits between both Soup and the boys' characters, and it had a lot of the satire that I love, especially on like the movie sets and the PR breaking the fourth wall, and then, you know, going with the Homelander being seen as a terrorist. Yeah, this just gave me all of those different thrills that I come to hope for in a boys episode.
The main big takeaway moments, obviously, for me, I'm really flashing more towards like, yeah, dog, I'm so glad Tara got to live, man.
Gotta live. That's a rarity nowadays.
Everything with Homelander, and then of course like how Stormfront is slowly, like, it's so insidious how she's like making her way to controlling the Southern.
Not even controlling, but making sure that now Homelander's gonna look out for her instead of them being enemies. She's now made it to where he's going to consider her a teammate, really.
Yeah.
And not a teammate like he views everyone else, but an actual, this person has helped me. Now they have a sexual relationship. I think she's incredibly brilliant. Terrifying.
Absolutely terrifying. I'm wondering, do you guys think that she had something to do with the footage where Homelander killed that guy that's caused all these protests to start happening? Do you think that she had some type of involvement with that being captured and being released to the public? Or does she just know how to play her cards right with opportunity that's been presented on her lap?
I think she just knows how to play her cards right.
That makes her even crazy. Makes her even more killer, man.
Although I wouldn't put it past her.
Yeah. I'm also hesitant to say that because you've been right about a few things so far.
I'm surprised about some things I've been right about, to be honest. There's some things I would have these predictions, and then the show would start going in this direction. I'm like, all right, that thing's not going to happen. Then it slowly starts crossing into territory. I'm like, oh, damn, that thing's happening. This is nuts. Everyone here that they focused on, I thought, had great scenes. Everything with, what's his name? Is Anthony Starr the actor's name?
Anthony Starr.
Yeah. Anthony Starr, who plays Homelander. This guy with like this false bravado in a way. Like he's just this insecure man-child who's in the body of Superman. I know. And he's got this like real violent rage and just wants approval all around. Lashes out at everyone. His performance is so damn nuanced in every single moment he's on screen. The choices that they make with his character just make sense all the time. Like to have these protests, of course Homelander's gonna show up and try to fix this themselves. He thinks that he has this natural ability to persuade, and his ego's so that inflated to the point where he can actually go to the protest. I think he can make a difference by speaking up over there. Yeah.
What will this do to him, though? I feel like this will be the final crack in his facade and his mental state. once it's revealed that she's a big old racist and she likes to kill people of color, and now he's fucking her, and now he's all team her, and he wasn't able to see it, and she used him. I think that's gonna be the final like psychotic break for him.
Well, what makes me curious too with Stormfront is Mr. Edgar is a person of color. He personally hired her. Does she have any issues with having to work?
Did he hire her? Because it was revealed that she's been in Vought for years.
I thought that she was personally selected when she was first introduced.
That's what she said, but then it was revealed that she was Liberty. Liberty was in Vought.
Oh, okay.
And so she's been part of Vought probably for longer than he has.
Oh yeah, there's so much to unpack with how she is still like, for her to have formerly been Liberty and then still be within Vought and then now to be coming out of Storefront. There's so much to unpack with what the real deal is with her. Because she's not afraid to show her real colors on the inside from, time to time. Like that conversation with A-Train. I really do think we're getting to a point where A-Train is going to be helping out Starlight and Huey. Some way we're going to get to that point, and everything they do with this show so far, I love the angle that they're going with him, because last season, I liked the A-Train character. I liked watching him on screen. I didn't like him as a person. And this time around, I'm really starting to feel sorry for the guy. The show's managed to make me feel sympathy for him in a way where I'm like, oh man, you poor dude. Everyone just keeps pushing you to the side. I really liked his scene work that he had here, even with that the director character. I thought did a really good job interweaving throughout all these scenes. They flat out say the Joss rewrite on it.
I know.
So is Joss Whedon part? Was that just some jab Homelander was making, or
no? I think
was it Homelander?
Homelander said that, yeah. So or is it an actual? That are they saying like Joss Whedon did a rewrite on this script?
I feel like they're actually implying that he did a rewrite on the script, because there's just like their satire of the movies especially is so involved, so much further down. I find it funny that they're going at DC and superheroes in general, but DC so much, because this reminds me of what Zack Snyder was talking about with his like BVS and Justice League movies, about how your heroes aren't these like shiny perfect beings, but this is like quadrupling down on that by comparison. And so I do think it's interesting that they draw so much from that, and that just seemed like the exact joke to throw in, because of course it's right up to the minute with pop culture too.
It really does amaze me how like as each episode progresses with whatever commentary wants to do, how it feels more relevant to everything that's gone on in the last few months when they shot this show last year.
Yeah.
And they have all this stuff with Maeve.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, and all this inclusivity.
All this false inclusivity,
And seeing that from behind the scenes, like that was one of those things where I was like, oh my goodness, I wonder if this is based on real people's experiences around.
Oh, it has to be, man.
And like that's one of those things, that is razor sharp and makes you look around at a lot of the other things that are popping up in the movie sphere right now, or for the past couple of years, and you can hear those conversations in the back of your mind informing them.
I really like the approach they've been doing with, especially in the commentary department with Elena and Maeve. I do feel it would be stronger if the Elena and Maeve dynamics and their relationship, if that was more rich. They are not written in this show the way of what they're making fun of, which is good, but at the same time, I do feel it would be stronger if, if their actual relationship was something to get more invested in,
Because, I mean, this has been a thing that, a lot of people have spoken about over the years, is that, like, the representation, not only just of gay people, but especially, like, lesbians and bisexual people is really skewed and off the mark for the most part in a lot of popular media, and so I liked seeing them here try to attack that with some satire, but I feel like some of that gets kneecapped, with the fact that we don't know Maeve and Elena super duper well compared to a lot of the other characters. So having some kind of more intimate or tender moments, or things that aren't just related directly to the main plot with them of some kind, might be nice, just to really legitimize those characters.
But I love how they make fun of. You got the men calling the shots, but you got this false sense of female empowerment. They're making fun of the hashtags on the hero shot of the three women together, Girls
getting
What do you think about her attempt to get the Deep in to take down Homelander?
I don't really know what that even means. I don't know what they would do together.
What the hell are they gonna do to Homelander? Especially now that Stormfront's there, and she doesn't appear to be. He can't really hurt her.
Yeah.
A-Train seems like the most formidable member of our like non-Homelander 7 right now, who could be like on the side of maybe not the 7 eventually. Maeve, I like a lot of aspects of her character, but I would like to see more of an arc happen because I'm constantly sitting here being like, come on, step up,
do some of the things that made you part of the Seven. Like, do something to show that you are a hero in some way.
I just feel that Stormfront's gonna say something about Maeve's attempt here. Elena's gonna get killed off.
That'll
Maeve
snap
is
it.
gonna get killed off.
How does Stormfront know everything about Starlight? How does she know all that?
That's a good question.
I mean, she wasn't very subtle when she was talking to Gecko Man, though.
Also true.
I mean, it would be easy to go like, hey, this guy works at the lab.
Yeah.
He brought her something.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the cop had, let me go back and look at the cameras.
But what's the long game, the end game that she has with Starlight, especially if she knows all this information, you know? Also, this is the best Starlight I've seen of this whole season too.
Yeah.
I also just don't find her intimidating though.
Who?
Starlight. Like when she lit up, I was like, I think Stormfront would murder you, like horribly.
I mean, yeah, she's not intimidating, but I thought the work that she did in this episode, what they did with her character, was the most naturally engaging. I thought, like her mom showing back up.
Yeah, that was good.
I was very invested in that, and I love obviously being in the audience seat when she's sneaking on to. That's we did a dope trope live stream last week, and that is a trope I don't like when the characters figure out the password. Yeah. I'm like, come on, like, how do they figure out the
Out of
password
that
so
one
easily?
conversation that they had earlier,
It's like every TV show and movie. They just like try like three times and then
she
figure it out.
She mentioned Adele.
Yeah, it's always something in the room or something I recently mentioned.
But when Starlight was using her mom as an excuse to be in the room with Stormfront, I was here going, man, that's great. That's a great story. Oh, I totally buy it. This is awesome. Yeah. And then so Stormfront just sees right through it though. And I think that's good storytelling, or at least good filmmaking, when you could be the audience seat thinking that Stormfront could believe something like this and then immediately have the flip around to go, oh no, Stormfront's not falling for this. As much as I've really been liking everything with the boys, this thing with Frenchie though, I find to be very underwritten. Like Frenchie, everything with Kimiko, I enjoy a lot. Frenchie is just like Kimiko obsessed. Last season he's French guy, and then this season he's just Kimiko obsessed guy. And I thought he had a lot more nuance and there's a lot more richness with his character in the first season.
Yeah.
And then this particular one, as much as I like how he serves as the sensitive pull for Kimiko, who is this violent creature. What do you think of Kimiko's moment though when she was in the church, like sign language yelling the whole time? I really felt for that personally.
I hate that shit, quite honestly.
Really? Why?
I think it's cliche. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's over the top. Especially that scene. I felt like it was just too much in that moment. Whatever. That's just my opinion.
That's fair. I like her performance a lot.
I think she's a great performer. I think that it can come off as over the top when she's just sitting there screaming at him, and she knows he does not understand her. That's what she fucking knows he does not understand her. It's just an over the top scene, especially like in the environment with the church, and then him on the floor crying, like whatever.
And nobody noticed. I mean, like that
I
is
know that.
a trope of like, let's meet in a big, beautiful church, do some clandestine thing. It's ironic.
Why do they all meet in
And
the
then
church?
there are a couple people here that aren't gonna do anything while we cause a scene.
I think the way their plot points envelop feel the most generic out of everyone else's plot points. I still think the performance of her though, I agree that getting to that point felt like, yeah, it's kind of a generic moment. What makes it unique is she's doing it in sign language, you know?
I really like the emotions of that scene. I like both of them as performers a whole lot, and so that's one thing that I really wish would kind of grow for this season, especially because like there have been moments again with Frenchie that have brought on nuanced conversations, but not necessarily so much that we learn more about his character or endear more. And and then even in this episode, like the boys was literally minus Frenchie.
Yeah.
So like,
why weren't they included in on that? Like we didn't get any explanation as to why they were just off doing their own thing.
I feel like that this thing with Kimiko, and like Kimiko gets like the best violent moments. But I think like this thing with Kimiko and Frenchie is feeling like an isolated part of the rest of the story.
Yeah. Especially now that they're separated.
And it seemed like it was going to be such a main part of the story. You have everything Homelander and the Seven and Butcher, whatever they're doing, and that feels equal. and then below that is Kimiko and Frenchie. At the way bottom of that is like the Deep. You know?
It's just a comic strip to, you know, add some levity
I want to
periodically.
see that marriage. I want a reality slice in the life of the Deep and his good wife.
It's pretty crazy how much they deal with like media manipulation in this series, and I really love that. Like, of course, you got political commentary throughout, but media manipulation is some of my favorite that I think this show has such a great handle on. What they did with Butcher, and I feel like Mother's Milk is becoming like the leader of the boys.
The Rock, for sure. He's the glue.
He's the glue, yeah.
And that whole sequence, I thought at the home, there could be a line that you cross here with Butcher where you get too sensitive with the guy or too vulnerable, like Wolverine and X-Men The Last Stand, where you get like too soft. And they managed to not cross that line because they still keep his dialogue, get away from me kind of manner where he's saying all the lines that Butcher would say. Yeah, he's still apprehensive to a form of connection, even when he is feeling downtrodden and despondent and whatever. Huey and Mother's Milk showing up, and then that dynamic reveal that we understand deeper with how Huey could represent Butcher's brother on a little bit of a subconscious level makes more sense to why Butcher can lean towards Huey a little bit.
Yeah.
But what they did with Huey and Butcher's relationship in this episode, I really loved how you got endeared a little bit more to a softer side to them, especially after Butcher gets pushed to the point where he's threatening Black Noir, and then you just see this little smile exchange that forms between Huey and Butcher afterwards when he asks him, do you really have that footage, or do you really have whatever pictures, do you really have the pictures? Even though they disagree on a lot, there's this level of care and respect that definitely is there, and it really showed a lot in this episode, and I really appreciated those moments. And I like Butcher's aunt. I did.
I liked her too.
Yeah, I did too.
I feel like characters like that could get annoying, but I liked her here.
I feel like that was the best part. Those scenes with them were the best parts of the episode.
It was the most heartfelt for sure. Yeah.
And it also, I mean, to me, the thing with Butcher's brother also sells some of the conflict between him and Huey because, you know, I mean, obviously he loves him, he cared about him, but, you know, brothers have conflict all the time.
Yeah.
So at least to me watching, I was like, oh, okay, like especially having that reminder there of, you know, if he does kind of resemble his brother, I would imagine it brings back some of those memories for Butcher. So,
yeah.
So yeah, like it injected a good amount more character here, I felt like, for them especially.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for today's episode. Make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell. Thank you to everyone who's followed us on Patreon so far. Let us know your thoughts down below of what you thought of this episode. Last but not least, hey, we're back in here. Andrew Hayes, I just wanted to shout you out today, buddy. You told me recently that you and your friends are working on an unfriended movie. Ooh. I don't know what this means exactly, but I wish you and your friends the best of luck. The reason I wanted to shout you out today, I was looking through our list and I said to myself, who looks the most like Homelander at our Patreon page? You lucked out today, man. You look the most like Homelander. You're a very lucky guy.
You should find your doppelganger and just go to town because there's nothing higher standard than that.
You gotta find your Stormfront. Matter of fact, I don't even think you'll watch this show. I think you're gonna wait till the end of the month, see where we shouted you out, hop to the end of the video, get this shout out, and you're gonna be like, I don't get these references, but if Greg and John are saying this must be good things all around.
I wish you would watch me like Black Noir. Ha ha. Ooh. Don't break up with me in a church. Ha ha. References.
I love you.
I love you too.